It means a lot. In this league, it's hard to win. So we're going to enjoy this one. Come back tomorrow, focus on being 1-0 next week.
Can you give us your breakdown on the 63-yard touchdown pass to Lamar?
Yeah, Zac called a great play. Saw something at halftime that we really liked, and so that's credit to him.
He said, though, that he was telling you not to throw it, and that play is part of your magic.
I don't know. It was open, so I threw it.
the first red zone, you're able to kind of move out of the way of the guy and throw. How big was that for your confidence today that, okay, I can do that today?
Yeah, that was big. Big for that exact reason, like you said. It's something I haven't been able to do for the last couple weeks. So when your quarterback can't do that, can't steal first downs, can't extend the play a little bit to find some guys, it's tough to move the ball. So it felt good today. I'm going to continue to get healthier, so I'm excited about that.
In a weird way, the one big sack you took was that kind of the same thing too? Because you were able to avoid a couple of guys before you took the big hit. Was that another thing where the confidence grew after that, even though it wasn't what you would desire?
Yeah, there were several plays at the beginning of the game that I was kind of testing it out, and it felt really good, and that kind of led to some of the runs in the second half.
I was asked about that moment. You scrambled for the one, you dropped the ball with confidence. I mean, that's sort of a pretty confident moment for you. Did that feel like a big deal to you, that particular play? Is that why you reacted like that?
It did.
Was there any one play when you said, okay, I can do these things now, or was
it was the first touchdown. I was able to slide right, plant my leg, throw back across my body. After that, I felt like I was pretty good. Obviously, there's been a lot of moments that I thought I was good, and it turned out not. So I just got to continue to keep getting healthier, keep working on it, keep working on my body. It'll be good.
Was that just a mental thing, just for you to be able to play as well as you do today, or just have the mental confidence that it's going to be okay if I do the things I normally do? How much of that was getting that, and once you felt good on that?
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of different things. I played okay. Jamar played great, as he always does. O-line played really well. It was a combination of all the things.
I know you've been asked this a million times to go back here about Jamar, your buddy Jamar. But what can you say about him today, the record-setting game that he had, and just kind of what he means to get this thing back in the right direction?
Yeah, he's obviously one of the best in the league. So, going to continue to feed him. We're going to find ways to move him around so teams can't take him away. We're going to continue to get better at that, and he's going to continue to do what he does.
Joe, the deep ball, how much does that mean just to see that happen again? Because he's obviously said he wants to see it happen more often and finally break through on that. What is that?
Yeah, we were able to connect on that one, and then we got to continue to connect on those. One means nothing if we go 0 for 12 in the next one. So we're just going to continue to get better.
Joe, Kyler Murray said that he's coming back from ACL surgery. He said he talked to you, I think, in Miami a while ago.
Yeah.
Do you remember what that conversation was like?
Yeah, we just talked about the process. I've been through it, so I gave him some insight. He's a great guy. He's happy to talk with him. He's going to come back better than ever.
As you get closer, is there pressure to kind of get back, just to get on the field to help your teammates?
Yeah, as professional football players, it's whenever you're not out there with your guys, it's always really tough. But at the same time, you got to think about your body, and you got to think about your career, and you got to think about what's best for the organization. So if you're not ready, you can't come back. It's always tough. I've been there, but it is what it is. It's part of this profession.
How big of a deal, Joe, is it today to play complementary football where obviously the offense played very well, but early on the defense played well, then later they generated a couple of turnovers, something you guys have been needing the first 4 weeks. How big of a deal is that?
Yeah, doesn't matter how well you play on offense, if your defense doesn't play well, you're not going to win. So when you have a defense like that, it makes our jobs easier. You're going to continue to play complementary football, like you said.
Considering you're improving health, Joe, considering you're improving health and you're improving team one-backs against the wall kind of game, can this be a turning point to you?
Yeah, this kind of feels like last year in New Orleans a little bit. So it means nothing, like I said earlier, it means nothing if we don't go out there and build on it and continue to get better. So we're going to celebrate it tonight and come back to work tomorrow.
Did it feel like that kind of game, like New Orleans last year? Like going into it, did you have that same feeling?
I knew we had to win it. We had to win in New Orleans last year too, so similar feeling.
How close to 100% are you?
Well, it felt really good today. I'm going to continue to test it out in practice. Going to see where I'm at on Tuesday. Usually day after game, 2 days after the game is a little sore. So we'll see how it feels the next couple of days. We're going to continue to get healthier.
Where do you put this game on the, you get the Jamab barometer, you guys play together so long. Where do you put this on the Jamab barometer as far as what do you see?
He was great today. He was great. Like I said earlier, though, we left points out there all around. We have so much room to improve still.
What does Trent Irwin mean to this offense?
Man, he was great. He was great today. We have so much depth at all positions across the team that I feel really good about. And so when you have a guy like Trent and Andre come in, when a guy like T goes down and come in and play the way that they did, it makes your job as a quarterback way easier because whatever the defense shows, you're going to be able to spread the ball around and get it to the guy that you think is open.
You feel you guys showed some resilience today?
Yeah, it wasn't. By no means was it perfect. It was hard. That's a good defense. They were moving the ball well on offense at times, and so we had points in that game where we had to come up big, and we did.
Walk us through that third touchdown. That felt a lot like, I guess we had a similar one, maybe in 21, when Jamar Chase was streak on the back line. Just walk us through kind of the progression of how that played out.
Yeah, it was. They were doing a great job at the goal line of stopping the run, and so we called a little play action and had to buy some time. And that's the kind of play that you don't get if your quarterback isn't mobile and can't slide and make that extra second count, and that's what we were able to do.
Kind of a big reaction after that one. I know it's a touchdown and a big touchdown in the game, but did it feel like more that particular moment? Were you guys excited as you were after that touchdown?
Yeah, it's something I haven't been able to do the last couple weeks. So. Getting back healthier, and it's exciting. Thanks, guys.
You had said, I wanted to ask one last one. You had said that you find a way to spend $275 million. You signed the contract. Is this outfit part of that?
This was all free. The sweatshirt was made by my friend Micah that I went to high school with, and the shoes are from my friend Scott, as most people know of Kid Cudi. So
you're aware people think that you're spending millions of dollars on these clothes and these friends make.
Yeah, my friend all my friends put this outfit together for me, so I got great friends. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I thought, first of all, the guys up front did a great job giving Joe time to be able to do what he did today. 36 of 46 is tremendous. Made some plays with his feet, extended some plays. So again, I thought that he did a great job. I thought the guys in front of him gave him a great opportunity to do a good job, and all those skill guys stepped up. And then, Jamar, it's just nothing really surprises you. You just keep finding ways to get him the ball. It can come in so many different ways because of how flexible he is as a football player and his football IQ, and I say it all the time. You can put him in the slot, you can put him at Z, you can put him at X, you can put him in the backfield. Just keep getting the ball in his hands, and good things are going to happen. And we got so many other great players as well to take the pressure off of him, where you can't just lock in on him. And I think that's the critical part of things. And so was proud of the way that those guys played today.
When did you know Joe? Sorry.
Go ahead, Hub.
Was there a play, or when did you know that Joe looked like he was playing as good as he was? When did you know that? When did you sense that?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to say. I thought this week he moved around a little bit better, so he had that sense as the week went. I can't tell you how many times on the headset we said throw the ball away on his touchdown to Jamar there on the goal line. We said it a lot, and those two just found a way to make a play, and the line held the guys off of him. So it was good to see him move around today. And again, like he said all year, it's probably just going to get better and better each week. No, there wasn't one play.
Yeah, was he able to do more movement things than you thought he could do?
I mean, he did stuff on his own. We only called one naked to Jamar for a good play. We didn't, again, try to take that pressure off a little bit. And when he moved, that was his decision, and it worked out well for us.
Is that reminiscent of maybe some of the plays he had in 21 where y'all would tell him, or like over the years we've told him to throw it away, he was standing in it?
Yeah, I mean, they're great quarterbacks. You can't just keep them in the pocket and put them in a little box. They're going to extend plays sometimes when you're thinking they shouldn't. They're going to hang on to the ball for a second longer than people feel comfortable with, and usually great things happen when that happens. And that's the special magic that he's got that you don't want to ever take away from him, and he does a great job. Knowing when to make it work and knowing when to get rid of the ball.
The deep touchdown, how impressive was that throw and 12 touchdowns?
They were starting to cloud Jamar a lot, so the only way to get him away from the cloud really was to get him across the field to the quarter side, and the protection, again, was outstanding right there on that protect. It was a cross-hip protection. Joe did a great job with his landmark in the pocket. Not many guys can, it was a great throw, perfect throw. Not many guys can get that last burst to be able to track it the way Jamar did. That's a great connection between those two. You know, that's a play you get one full speed rep of during the week, and you want to hit it when it's there. And I thought those two did a great job connecting.
The entire sequence at the end of the first half there, where you go for it on fourth.
Yeah.
Was your idea the whole time to just try to run that in the whole time?
Yeah.
And then how much was the thought of the defensive situation a part of your decision to go?
It was all encompassing, and a lot of it was the possession before. We knew going in this game, Brian had been on me all week, that it's a tough structure to throw against, the way that they play with their leverages in that coverage structure inside the 5. We'd thrown the ball 3 plays in a row on the possession before and kicked a field goal, knowing that it was going to be hard going in. I was a little bit stubborn there. And so, we told our guys, we're gonna run this ball in the next time we're in the low red. We ran it for 4 straight plays. We expect to be able to get that ball in. We didn't, but knowing that we're going to be able to pin him inside the 2 with some time. We had 3 timeouts at the time, that our defense, you can get a safety or give us great field position. The third option is the best option, and that's just go ahead and get a touchdown yourself.
So that's just a point about, or did you feel unencumbered knowing that he could do some of the things you
I just call the game how we see it, and it felt like we got more normal down plays than we normally have because we've extended drives longer. So that makes everyone's job easier. It takes the pressure off of the protection. It takes the pressure off of those guys to be perfect in every play. When you can string together more plays and overcome some of the second longs and third downs we had, that we just haven't done a great job of necessarily, all of us, myself included, in these last couple of weeks. And so we were just able to free up and play the style of ball we're used to playing.
How important was it for Trent to step up like he did?
You don't even think twice about it. We love T because he's a premier player in this league, and we know what he does to a defense. We know the plays he makes, but Duke and his staff have just done such a great job of acquiring depth in a lot of different ways, shapes, and forms. And Trenton's one of those guys that you have full confidence. He knows what to do. He can play all 3 positions. He's going to catch every ball that gets thrown to him. He's going to run with great detail. We were close on that flea flicker. There's the same play we had against Cleveland last year. But I thought Trent stepped up and did exactly what we knew he would be able to do.
Zach, one of the things that's been missing over the first 4 weeks of the season, and you pointed to it, is complementary football.
Yeah.
And not only did you get the touchdown passes, but you also got 3 or 4 huge plays on defense. Forced down stop, pick 6, obviously another interception. You almost had 2 other interceptions. How important was that today?
Well, the starting point was 2 3-and-outs by our defense to start the game, and the offense scoring 10 points. So right there, the defense got the stops, the offense piled on some points, and we had some good special teams plays in the mix of that. A great return by Trenton, great blocking on that. And then you look at the end of the half, okay, the defense gives up a touchdown, offense drives all the way down to the 1. Doesn't get in, but again, eats up some clock, good field position, and then the defense does a great job turning in 7 points. And then you turn over quickly the second half, offense gets the ball first, score 7. So I just thought that sequencing at the end of the second quarter, beginning of third, even though it wasn't perfect, was a good example of this team playing together and feeding off of each other and being able to take control of the game there. I'll get you next, Jeremy. Go ahead.
See, the 4th and 1 when you start, that seemed to kind of shift the game for good.
That's a huge. I think it was a 4-point game at that time, if I'm not mistaken. Could have been an 11-point game, but it was that was a huge stop. Defense rose to the challenge there. I think Jermaine was the one who kind of had big contact there, so that was a critical point in the game for us for sure. That's a turnover,
Appreciate you, Zach. When you've been grinding for 4 weeks with the offense, trying to see it look like what you know it can, just how rewarding is a day like this, for not only you as a play caller, but just across the board for the offense?
I think we just don't overreact to the early part of the season. We correct what we can correct. There was never any wholesale changes needed. We knew how close we were, and we knew what it could look like. We got to continue to build off days like today. That's a big part of it. But again, there was never any overreaction or anything like that from us. We just stayed the course, and when you trust in what you're doing or you believe in your process, there's plenty of time for it all to take shape and us to get our footing that we needed to get. And I thought today was a good step in the direction that way.
What was on now this week? Everyone seemed to say it was a must-win. Today was a must-win. Was that your message to the team?
No, those weren't my words. It was, again, we just needed to play our best brand of football against this game against Arizona. That's it, and then next week stack another one, against Seattle, and just keep taking it one game at a time. Don't worry about the big picture right now. I think we're going to be in great shape if we can just take care of our own business at this early part in the season, and that's what our guys did today.
What kind of impact does it have on the team when you see Burrow play after how he worked in the first 4 games for him to come out and play like he has in so many games earlier in his career?
Well, I mean, he's done really good things for us these last couple of weeks. And so, again, we look at every play as it should be and feel like he's done a great job for us. Today, again, we just got more plays, and we were able to take some more shots down the field, called some different protections that allowed us to take more shots as he's starting to move a little bit more. And so, again, and then he made a couple plays where he just extended plays. And so that's always a bonus that we'll gladly take. Don't want to force that on anybody, though.
Yeah, you made Kwame a captain.
Yeah.
You know, what were your thoughts there?
Yeah, Kwame has been everything that we wanted to be around. Done a great job on our practice squad. He's done a great job when his number was called last year, came in against Tennessee, you know, when we elevated him. And so he's a guy that's very dependable. We got a lot of trust in him. You know, his dad was a tremendous player here, you know, in the late 90s, early 2000s. And so, again, just I think that's a really special moment for a guy that is exactly what we want to be about, able to maybe have a moment for himself and his family, you know, to honor his late dad. And you know, somebody Darren knew. Darren played with at KU, and his dad went to my junior college, Butler County, so there's that fraternity. And so, again, just special for Kwame. It was a bonus that he got a catch, you know, on a run alert. But, again, hopefully it was a good moment for Kwame's family.
You can't make that stuff up. You can't make that stuff up.
No, but again, when the right people are doing the right things, you want to find a way to draw attention to that. And Kwame is a great example of just. I met his mom in the elevator, I think, during the preseason, and just what a great woman. It's no surprise Kwame's been raised the way that he has, and so again, anytime you can give a player that kind of moment, you want to be able to do that.